Okay, for the sake of this video, my name is going to be Goose. Um, this is my first time making a YouTube video with my voice recorded and everything, so I just want to share my anxiety story. Maybe somebody can relate. Maybe it'll give them a space to feel not alone, along with some gameplay here. Um, yeah, I don't know if you guys have played this game. Dwarf Romantic. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I played this a long time ago, but I'm coming back to it, so let's see how it goes. Um, yeah, I'm an amateur, so I'm gonna accidentally hit my mic and stuff. Maybe take deep breaths. Hopefully that's not, you know, distracting for people. Um, Not also sure how my vocal tone should be, so work in progress. But I guess let's just get into it. Yeah, so I had anxiety since early high school, freshman year. I was afraid of so many different things. Um, yeah, like going to school in general. Nobody I've ever met being there, so it was hard. Worried that I'd be alone. It was hard to fit in. And so, I had to kind of just go at it. I guess a lot of people do. And I would get anxious just going to school every day, being in class, being sent to gym, which was on the other side of our building. The fear of not doing well in gym. Um, I don't know if there's like a lot of things like with guys, but like for me it was like a thing where I had to be good at sports. I don't know if it was just myself like setting myself up like that, but yeah, it was an interesting time. I would have nausea and I would vomit or like the urge to vomit would happen, and so then I would feel so exhausted all the time. So it was definitely a hard time for me. Um, let's close off this water. Yeah, and then I just went through it all of sophomore, junior, and senior year, like going to class nervous, having diarrhea. Um, yeah, my stomach just churned nonstop. It was so rough. I'm sure other people have experienced the same thing. That's why I'm, you know, talking about it, hopefully in a calming way. And I do preface that if I do get a little emotional, uh, not sorry, but I'm sure somebody will comment if I ever get any viewers. So, um, yeah, it was rough, and like it started to become more and more known about anxiety, and as I got older, I felt like people listened more. Um, Not that I've been around that long. Oh, for the record, I'm 25. Yep. So, oh, and I do apologize if you can hear my mouse. Let's see. Maybe I should have given this some more structure, but I wanted it to sound genuine, not like a script. So, yeah, high school, pretty rough. Had some bullies. Went home, was pretty depressed. Tried my best. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I guess, does anybody really at that age? Ooh. And, just did my best with what I had. I had a loving family. Um, they've supported me through everything, even now. Um, I felt alone a lot. And I had some good relationships with girlfriends, but I they just didn't work out, or they moved away, or a bunch of other things. But I want to focus mostly on my anxiety, not relationship advice. Not that I'd have any to give that would be meaningful, but Yeah. And senior year, I hit my breaking point. Like the nausea and the acidity of my stomach really shot up into my esophagus, and it really like fried that area. I'm not good with the medical terminology either, but yeah, that was rough. And even now, I still, when I get super anxious, I still feel it. All that, nausea and acidity. It sucks, but I've been working on it. Wow, I am not doing well here. I kind of just got distracted about what I was saying. Um, yeah, and so I felt like I had no other choice but to go to the doctor, and I got anxiety medicine. I tried a few during high school, but then they gave me one, and that first day and first week were like horrible. Like I could not operate. Um, but then I started feeling better. Ooh. And so then from there, things kind of picked up. I was still super anxious, especially going into college. Again, new school. I didn't know anybody. Ended a long relationship. Um, yeah, then I met somebody else. That didn't work out. They moved away. Dated another person. It was great, but I think I was a little shallow at the time. Missed out on someone pretty cool. Um, but, you make mistakes as you grow older. Not that I'm old, like I said, but it's normal to make these mistakes. And from there, my anxiety really just kept going. Um, I got it. One of my good friends at my university was helpful sometimes, but I feel like I didn't really work on myself for a long time. Not effectively, at least. And, I had panic attacks all throughout those years. I kept working on it. They raised my medicine to 150 milligrams of venlafaxine ER. So I wish I wasn't on the medicine, but I haven't worked my way out of it yet. Um, yeah, and then right now I'm talking to somebody who is a psychologist or therapist, something like that. um, but she also like believes in like beta energy, theta energy, and all that type of stuff. I want to believe. I just don't know much about it, or if I can effectively talk about it. So it's just something I'm doing. Ooh, that can hopefully be helpful for me. I know therapy can be expensive, so for anyone out there, hope you find a good therapist, because it's really hard to get therapy, especially if you don't have insurance or money. Yeah. Oh god, I don't know what to do with this one. Yeah, you can see how this is going to turn into a mess real quick. So, now here I am, 25, been working on my anxiety, was dating an amazing woman, um, but I decided not to go with her to her state. I live in the United States, just for reference, and it's a big regret, and it seems like she might give me a chance. And I'm working on getting out there to see her. Um, but that is like one of the biggest emotional things for me right now. On top of like financial issues, worrying about student loans, what people our generation are worrying about, sadly. Um, yeah, I just hope this is a space for anyone who's going through a hard time to be able to kind of just listen to me talk, make random noises, since I'm terrible at this, and you know how like giant gaming YouTubers are a space for people. Hopefully, this can be too. And yeah, so still taking the full dose, still worrying about whether or not I'll ever be with the person who I believe is the love of my life. With my whole heart. Wow, I still get emotional saying that. And I know other people are probably in similar situations or have gotten out of situations like that, but it's good to talk about it, especially in a space like this where there's no judgment until I read the comments. Yeah, I just hope things work out, and if not, then I'll probably make a video about it. But we're talking. She's an art therapist. She's amazing. I'm an environmental scientist, struggling to find work. I guess you could have seen that coming. Currently as a dog walker. But, yeah, trying to figure out what to do, find work to pay the bills, trying to figure out how to spend the rest of my life with the person that I still love. And hopefully my family isn't listening in on this. Yeah, I guess that's a really quick rundown of my story. I don't want it to go too long, because then I know people won't really want to listen to super long videos, but hopefully this game was nice. I was thinking about doing Minecraft too, maybe some parkour, but I need to get a mic that allows me to not hear all this keyboard stuff. So yeah, I guess that's it. Existential crisis. I think I'm gonna just start placing this because I'm wrapping up here, but it's tough. I want people to know that they are not alone in feeling the things they feel, because I think research suggests that this is the loneliest generation or something like that. I might be speaking out of ignorance, but I've definitely heard it a lot, especially from my therapist ex-girlfriend. Yeah, it's crazy lonely out there, and I just hope that people can find this space helpful. And even now, when recording this, I feel like losing control, but you just gotta move on. Everybody has to move on no matter what, and take it day by day. Thank you for listening. I'll post another video soon, and I hope the comments are positive if I get any, and if not, well, I'll keep posting anyway. It's good therapy for me. Thank you all so much. Goose out.